Hello and welcome everybody back to the Dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, and my players as always. And this time we have them all, and all their characters are awake. It's going to be glorious. So yes, welcome back to the Rogue Trader game. In the previous episode, our conscious players who weren't having the sweatals, were feeding biological matter into a machine. And the machine was processing that matter down and taking out the chemicals to create glorious medicines. A few days of this went by and they didn't really have much success, really. They managed to make some anesthetic. Yes, anesthetic. I can't say these words today. They managed to anesthetics, and they managed to make some painkillers and some just basic survival kind of medicines. Well, the machine has them anyway. So as they were out one morning gathering up more things, the machine came to life. It had processed just enough material to activate some of its more dormant and somewhat experimental serums. And voila, our degenerate Drukhari friend is awake. Kind of a horrifying awakening, but fortunately she's a Drukhari, she's used to it. So we jump back into the game as our Drukhari friend Kalindra stumbles out of the cave mouth, being kind of dazzled by the light, as you have been underground for quite some time now. Although saying that, it is natural light, so yeah, maybe you are a bit dazzled as you see your comrades in the distance plucking at green shit. Flowers, many flowers have been plucked.
I'm just gonna walk a few steps out of the cave mouth, rubbing my newly stitched belly, and like, what the fuck happened?
Do we hear her?
Awareness check. Plus 10? Yeah, it should probably be minuses, but yeah. Unless Kalindra wants to shout, you know.
She's not shouting.
Or monkey brains over here, you know. Monkey this way, you dumb motherfuckers.
She woke up. There was a machine taping her insides. She doesn't know what's been going on for the past few days. She comes out of the cave. People are collecting shrubberies.
Pretty much. Yes, Abby, you do detect the degenerate soul awakening as your warp sight rather moves around. It's like, oh yes, I know that tainted thing anywhere. I imagine
she'll
soul...
lean up and glance over and say, "Guess we can stop picking flowers now."
Why?
And she's going to nod toward the entrance of the cave.
Look at the entrance of the cave, and I see nothing.
Well, it's been pointed out.
Probably see Kalindra.
I got a 98.
So it's only you didn't see, but if another character points out the thing to you, then you automatically see it. It negates your roll.
I like that the blind woman spotted her first.
You're not blind. You're just psychically... You got psychic vision.
You're not blind, you just don't have eyes. Anymore.
Psychic eyes.
It's not real eyes.
I thought she had eyes. They just didn't work.
She does have
Well, I
eyes,
get-
they just don't work, yeah.
Oh, is that it? I thought they got burnt out or something.
It depends.
Normally,
Like, for
it's
some
a
people,
nerve.
they also lose their sense of taste or hearing and shit like that.
Was
Really
it
bad
coronavirus?
cases, yes, the eyeballs do pop, but it's genuinely the nerve, the yeah, what's the two nerves in your eyes called?
Optic nerves.
Yeah,
The optic
nerves.
nerves.
yeah, your two optic nerves get burnt out. That's why you can't have cyberware to. Because I thought about having a astropath with a optical mechadendrite to be able to see. Apparently, that doesn't work because the optical nerve has been burnt out. Yes, I forget your name, Heinrich. As you hear commotion going on, you look over and you can see Abby kind of pointing to Cray. Look, the cave mouth, blind plebeian. And as you follow her, oh yeah, Lindra's awake and up.
Oh. Welcome back. I trust your organs are dealing you well.
Doesn't feel like it.
Craig, did you put the bomb in her? Yes or no?
So,
Tech risks. You can never carry a joke on with them. Regardless, it is good to see you back. Things have taken a bit of a turn.
How so?
We know more of the stores that are here on the planet, and one of them is particularly promising. Well, all of them are very promising. One of them is particularly promising, and yeah, most of the shit we find here are genetically engineered to be deadly.
yes, this used to be a hunting world where they
Yes.
sent humans with strong guns and floating platforms go
Can-
hunt the wildlife, set wildlife to queue out.
Funnily enough,
Yeah.
even the Sacoons are actually quite deadly.
They
I'm
were
gonna raise
also
it.
engineered.
I'm gonna raise an eyebrow. Oh, really? I hadn't noticed.
Yeah, I just need to point that out, just in case.
I mean, you might
Uh,
not have
I'm-
noticed because you followed unconscious.
I'm still massaging
wait,
my
did you just say?
I'm
Did you
still
just say she
massaging
just
my
fell
scar.
unconscious?
You might not have. Remember, because you fell unconscious.
Okay.
I'm gonna be massaging my stomach. It's probably still a little bit soft. I'm gonna look at you. I can see you still do not understand sarcasm, Metal Monk Eye.
But yes. There's also some very terrifying things here, such as some psychoactive creatures.
Yeah.
The big spider thing we saw is actually a plant.
He is not
This
talking
is-
about me, by the way.
This is indeed correct.
Oh.
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 I was indeed looking at Abby when you said psychically active, and then when you say the spider fuckers were actually plans, I'm gonna raise my eyebrow again. They're fucking plans.
Yes.
Ain't this a lovely world?
Oh yes, the Medicaid capsule you're in as well can also produce what is it, chems? Certain types of drugs and such.
Stimulants, medicines, surgeries. Technically, it can do genetic engineering, although how safe that is, you know.
Is that what that mechanical butchering device was meant to be?
Hence the references to new organs and such. I do believe that our tech priest decided he wanted to try and make plastic explosives with it, and it almost blew itself up in refusal. So, no C4.
I mean, I probably could get the ingredients out of it.
No
Like C4.
C4. We have medical equipment.
Medical equipment can just
We
create
have
things.
medical equipment on a feral world. This is glorious. Do not blow it up.
I will not blow it up. I will just use it to cook the ingredients.
No.
Why no? I'm the
We are not
cook boy.
risk damaging this glorious piece of architect that I can sell later when we get off this shithole.
You're not selling it. I claimed it.
Fine, I'm going to keep it on my ship. I'm going to get my ship back. Also, I need to get my ship back and my writ.
And where are those?
Back in a slave camp.
And the what? Out of character.
Slave camp.
As well as my carapace armor and fucking plasma pistol.
Wait, did your ship land?
No.
No, he's writ. His warrant of...
We were en route to get his ship, I think, before we
Yeah,
when we got
what I
attacked
thought.
and brought here.
Yeah.
Oh, how outside all of that? How long have they been out?
Altogether?
I'm asking them. Yeah, I know how long I've been out. It's just I need to ask them in character.
A day of 5, 6, something
Oh,
like
wow.
that. Stabilized you pretty soon, and then dumped you in that bed. I went hunting for medicine.
Prey
You
almost
built a
finished his
smith.
poo hole.
You built the forge and the smithy whilst Lindra was out as well.
Yeah,
That's true.
I'm going to. There's running water next to us, right? Is the water good enough that we can see our own reflections?
Yes. It's not perfectly smooth or anything. Sorry. YouTube just pointed out the message. They've already changed. Bastard. So as you look at the water, it's not perfect mill pond, so it's not perfect reflection, but enough, yeah.
I'm just gonna look at the water, see my own reflection, look back at Cray. Doesn't feel like 5 days.
I mean, we had half a day when we went back to the camp, then the day after I worked on the forge, the day after I worked on the refinery, so that's 2 days and a half, and then we went here, that's another day. Said day we also went hunting for herbs, so that's 3 days, then we went again, 4 days, and then we're on today, right?
In about 6-7 days.
Yes.
It's been a while.
So, out of character, how are you looking?
Kalindra, she looks pale. Very pale.
Okay, I can pass that off as normal, because, you just had dendrites do God knows what in your intestines, so...
I mean, out of character, I just look paler than I usually do because it wasn't as bad. It was only 6 damage that I took. But, other than that.
Oh no, it went from 5 weeks laying in a bed trying to recover to walking about. So yeah, it will.
I mean more about the hunger. Because the hungrier I get, the worse I look.
Ah, fair enough.
Right. Yeah, it's been a couple of days, hasn't it? Weird to eat, quote unquote. No, you weren't the only one that heard that.
Sorry. I'm just gonna look at you. How are our food stores?
We still got about a week and alive. And the ration is still working for a week.
Lovely.
We have 19 days worth of rations.
Lovely. I say we should go hunt and kill something, shall we?
I mean, we have something working here that we can kill.
I mean, we got plenty of food for the next couple of days. We got.
Gray points to the thingy.
I'm gonna look at the thing.
beast. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we're not killing our fucking beast of burden yet.
it's also linked to Abby, so you might
Yeah,
not
it's-
want to kill it without Abby's permission. It's kind of Abby's property now.
Yeah.
So
Also,
I'm
don't
kidding.
kill our beast of burden just yet. We need the carry capacity.
It carried you up this mountain.
Yes.
Is that why I feel like someone just walked all over my back?
No, that was me.
Lovely. You have the. How do I say this? You have the most gentle of feet.
Thank you.
I could imagine worse things to do to a Xeno, so
Pretty sure you're actually just feeling the machine stabbing all over your back to inject stuff.
Well, yeah, I'm still feeling that, but not at the back. I say again, how about we go out and kill something? Shall we?
I suppose. Yeah, I mean, if we were to add specific body parts and such to the machine, would that derive any specific materials? Correct?
Well, just throw it in there. Machine seems
Don't
to know
have
what
anything yet. What do you think? Is there any any known? Well, I guess bones, perhaps.
I mean, bones could be useful. Also, something nitrogen rich. Do you guys know a beast that's nitrogen rich or a plant? Wait, moss. Moss is nitrogen rich. Need to throw moss in the machine.
didn't we already do that?
We've already thrown all the moss and stuff in the machine.
I'm just gonna raise an eyebrow and look at Gray like, what?
Yes, nitrogen is one of the compounds of organic
No.
explosives.
Stop trying to make explosives.
How about we just go hunt and hurt? Let's just go hurt something, shall we?
We need to conquer and tighten armory. We won't be able to if we don't have explosives.
Oh yes, one of the armories we find on world house either a Titan or Titan weapons.
I'm just gonna keep my eyebrow raised, look at you like, oh, lovely. And you think that whatever that is still here after seeing the slave camp and the people that, well, the powerful people that run around the planet.
Yes, because this lab is still here. This is also one of the little facilities we find on world. So
Yes.
Speaking of things we found, we also found that there's actually 2 or 3 people living in that degenerate settlement that we wouldn't want to kill. They seem decent, at least.
Well, they aren't just natives. They are they came from the patriarchal city.
And I would not want to kill them because
They are now spreading Omnissiah's word.
They are children of the Emperor.
They're from
I'm
the
still not
ecclesiarchy.
I'm still not hearing a good reason as to not kill a monkai.
They gave us plenty of information.
They're actually
also-
good muties.
And we also know where we should head next. The ecclesiarchal settlement, probably.
Oh, you're saying that they have no more use for you. Or you have no more use for them.
I still do.
Okay. Enslave instead of kill. I'm fine with that.
No, we're not enslaving them. I wouldn't mind indoctrinating them, though.
Indoctrinate, enslave, same thing, different name.
There is a semantical difference.
I remember the last time you went out to hunt and enslave something.
Didn't that work wonderfully? I mean, look at it now. I'm gonna look down at my stomach. Isn't that just pretty?
Also, are those tables rest-free?
They're not staples. As you look down at the wound, it's been stapled, but with a staple that you've never seen before, as it looks and appears to be almost organic.
Can I take a closer look at the staple?
Sure. You take a closer look, it looks like an organic staple that will biodegrade into the body rather than having to be removed. Can't really tell you anything more than that, and I don't know what to tell you to roll to find that out. You could see it. You could tell. You're like, yeah, that looks biodegradable by the body. Very advanced, very sophisticated.
You think this machine will be able to make a stapler with that kind of stuff?
Who are you asking this to, Metal Monkey?
Everyone.
I think that battery device is. It's how you. Monkey would say it's a miracle it hasn't killed me off.
I mean, it's able to deal with genetically engineered breeds, so I'm not that surprised that the xenon wasn't an issue. Though we did only know that after we laid you on it.
It's designed for humans. It's not designed for Xenos.
It's designed for genetically engineered weirdness.
It's also designed for humans, not Xenos. At least not Eldar.
Yeah, but did you look at some of those projects they had working on?
Yes.
Well, that's not really Xenos, is it? Or human. So it can
Some
deal,
of them.
so
No,
it can
some of them
deal-
started off as human. Don't forget.
Yes, some, not all. So it can deal with genetic weirdness. Either way, we only knew that after we laid her on it.
I mean, this is a Dark Age tag. It probably predates their knowledge of Eldar, so that's why it's probably not coded in.
I'm pretty sure I read some records of the old times where they had contacted Eldar.
Shh. Don't make me get the black and stick.
I'm gonna raise an eyebrow and look at. Heinrich just said that thing made creatures, right? That
Yeah.
used to be human. I'm gonna look for Muttermouth.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
his fathers are have an interesting yeah, his fathers all came out of the facility, or one of the others.
I'm sorry, his father?
Well, more not his direct father, but more like his forefathers.
It's a
I'm
long,
still
complicated thing. Do you still want to kill something?
I'm still looking around for Muttermouth. Is he around?
He is in the distance gathering up herbs. Things feed into the machine.
I'm just gonna have
Roll survival.
I'm gonna have a weird grin on my face and look at Heinrich. So what you're telling me is that creature over there, I'm gonna point at Muttermouth, was actually a human before. Huh. Maybe this planet
No,
ain't so bad after all.
his
A crossbreed.
ancestors might have been.
A crossbreed human, to be precise. An app-human. If you want to use the microsphecologist.
Kalindra, just you would be completely aware of your own species being genetically altered to fulfill a certain role.
Oh, I know. I'm just smiling, like, oh, so maybe this planet isn't so bad after all, huh? To be able to create creatures to suffer for an eternity like that.
I don't think he's suffering.
He's stuck in a meaningless life for the rest of his days.
Yes, but
I'd say that's
all of
pretty much.
us.
I'd say that's pretty good enough for me.
I guess we could always try to have a new species of app humans classified. Wouldn't bet on it though.
I'm just gonna look again at Heinrich. So you said something about killing people?
Say again, sorry?
You said something about killing people?
Yeah, so you still wanting to kill something? Because I do want to try throwing material into this machine to see what is generated. There's a fuck so.
Who or what are we killing?
I thought you wanted to hunt something, but okay. We're not killing people from the town, well, yet. Some of them at least. I don't know. Hunt. Go hunt something. Not cocoons this time.
They
Next
seem
time I
pretty
see one of those-
harmless as long as we don't engage them. They did let us go.
Next time I see
They let
one
us
of
go
those-
because they took their pint of blood and ran.
Next time I see one of those, I'm gonna make sure to find a way to kill them from afar, even though I dislike that idea.
Hey.
Anyway, let's just go fucking hunt, shall we? I'm gonna start walking after the tree line aimlessly.
A shrug.
I showed
get my gear in.
to Mattermout. Mattermout, we're going hunting. Can you guide us?
Okay. So, Muddermouth hears what's going on. He kind of pops up from the shrubbery that he was in, holding some shrubs. Sees the degenerate. Ears go down a little bit. Sees Cray shouting about going hunting. Kind of looks up at the sky and okay.
Well, no, it's
shrugs.
late, isn't it?
You spent half the day looking for other bits to feed into the machine before Kalindra arrived, awoken.
Yep. Kalindra, come back here. Get inside. We're gonna sleep for an hour.
Just also, you're not fully healed. Remember? Just keep in mind.
I know. I am keeping that in mind. She just hunger is not making her exactly sane right now.
Yeah. All right. No, you get back inside there. Go to bed.
I'm just looking at you. Why are we not going hunting?
More of the scarier shit comes out at night. So.
Ugh. I'm gonna start heading back to the cave.
You technically have a small chance of being able to find something. You still have 6 hours left, 8 hours left in the day. You've still got 2/4 of the workable day to use. Technically, you could go hunting. However, I will remind you all, it was up here that you also found the sand tigers, and I believe you found the the Shadowkin up here as well. So, no, up to you.
Yeah, we found the Shadow Can up here. That was actually where we got the base from, to be honest.
If you want, you can just chill out for the rest of the day, prepare for tomorrow, or you can go out hunting if you wish. It's just technically you can't go that far, you're only hunting around your immediate vicinity. Or you could perhaps move just one square over, and then do a roll, and then one square back, and be just back before nightfall, or as night falls.
I'm good to stay for now. Go in the morning. I'll be the rest of you. Abby, do you want to rest up, or do you want to go hunting? It is late.
I am
Getting late.
fine either way. But if the Xeno wants to kill something, I say we should probably wait until the morning.
I mean, the calendar could probably go and hunt and fish.
Fish. I'm gonna look at the pond, the whatever, next to the cave, look for fish. Yeah, I could do that.
Do you have beer? I know Heinrich has a javelin.
I think I do actually have a spear. I have a hunting spear.
And technically, you can hunt with your hunt fish with your hunting spear, if you so wish.
I don't have survival though.
So we move on to the 24th. Quarter of a day goes by as you reconnect with your comrade and ally. So you want to go hunting today, yeah?
We're done to 18 days worth. Food.
Okay. So first things first. Are you going? I'm guessing you're going to have to take the herd beast with you, or can you keep that under control at distance?
Can I?
I would have to take it with me.
Okay.
Can I get a stick, make a noose, and hang it to the pole, or is that too much work?
You want to put a noose around its neck?
I say noose. I don't know a better word for it. Those.
A lasso?
No, like those steel bars you have at the.
Braiding. Thing that goes in the horse's mouth?
No. Those steel bars you have at bakeries and the like, where you can tie your dog to.
Oh,
So
okay.
it waits outside.
That's not gonna.
Hitching pole?
That's not gonna work with a wild animal.
Yeah, that's not gonna work on a wild animal that goes apeshit when it loses its psychic connection.
As soon as Abby drops that psychic connection, this thing's going fucking berserk. It's seen a number of its kin butchered and chopped up in front of it. It's gone through some shit. It's mentally traumatized. So yeah, there's no. It's like, oh, we'll tie you up on the dog lead thing, then we'll. So you take the herd beast thing with you. How far do you want to go on the map?
Could use the herd beast as bait. Now that I think of it.
If something is big enough to want to eat a herd beast, Are you sure we want to kill it?
Yes.
Are you sure we'd want to meet it?
No.
I rest my case.
So
I've
We
got
can't
3
go
last
this
guns.
way.
I'm pretty confident I'll survive.
No, you can't go over the
no,
mountains.
so it's over the mountains. Right. So we can go this way, we can go towards the old ruins again, or we can go that kind of way. It takes us we can go 48 miles a day, can't we?
Yes.
Or is it 32?
There's basically 4 squares in any direction. But technically you have to use up 2 getting there and 2 getting back.
Okay.
Now, technically, if you ride the herd beast, I will give you an extra square.
Can all of us ride the herd beast?
This is so you'd have to take it in turns. So some of you are jogging next to it, some of you are getting a ride, some of you are jogging, around in that kind of. I'd probably say like 3 of you would ride it, but it will become exhausted as well. But yes, it is doable at the very least.
What do you think?
I'm
back again?
not sure.
I don't want to go too far out, just in case we get held up or something. So, there, back again. How about that? Or towards the old ruins and back again, or towards this area, towards the valley and back again. Can use the herd beast to speed us up if we need it.
Sorry, 6. I was thinking, hang on a minute, if I give them 5, they can't actually use that 5th one. But the herd beast will give you an extra 2.
Ah, okay.
Then you can move 3 away and 3 back, rather than moving 2 away and moving 2 back and be like, oh, the herd beast fucking helped, did it? So yes, where would you like to go?
I suppose towards the valley. I don't
Towards the
know.
valley. Well, technically, this is the Xenos' idea. Should we ask the Xenos? Oh, never mind. We already moved.
Is that the kind of direction you wanted to move your 3 squares in?
Yes.
Okay. So, actually, I'll zoom in a little bit. Stream screen, because it's quite a long way out. It's quite a big map. So, as you come up to the valley, you've only been here a couple of times. The mountains on either side with a river running through the very center. There is erosion enough on the side of the river that it does look like you can cross through. However, don't have a man at arms. Lindra, you can roll your degenerate law. Think about Drukari. Anyone who has Astra Militarum law can roll, or anyone who has a combat knowledge reason want to roll.
Common lower war?
That will work.
21. Let's go, boy. Hell yeah.
So, Kalindra, as you're coming along this valley with, again, it's quite steep, and it's not horrendously steep, but it is quite a steep valley edge either side of you. A river in the middle, and about 1.5 meters either side of like riverbank that you can walk along. It's quite barren. There's not a lot of growth here at all. The rocks on the side, it looks, as you look up, it looks like a rock face. So and as you can see, there's quite an amount of broken stone around the river bank. You kind of get the feeling that, you know, this isn't the most stable of areas, and as you look, and it's quite long as well, this would be quite a good place for an ambush. If you were gonna jump a pack of humans to do degenerate things to, like your people tend to do, this would be a rather good place to do it. You don't see any game as you all move through, nor do you really hear any animals. You do hear the sound of the river going through, and it seems as if every little small waterfall, which we're talking minute size, but still water trickling into water, the noise seems to reverberate around off the valley walls. As you walk for a decent chunk of the day through the valleys, some of you walking either side of the herd beast, as some of you are enjoying your time sat upon the top of the distressed animal, you start coming towards a much greener part. It's almost as if one side of the river bank has just flourished into life. And as it happens, where this growth has come from, you can see that the valley has begun to become less sharp of an incline. It's beginning to level, not level out, but the angle is dropping, and there seems to be far less stone along the side of the river bank. Only a little bit more walking until you can start seeing your first actual small trees growing along the side of the river. This is pretty much the other side of the valley, so the valley walls drop away. The river seems to continue on into the forest, and as you stand valley behind you, you can see that there is a dense, thick jungle-like wood, in that when you look on like Vietnam movies and things like that, it's a very thick foliage, and that's kind of what you've come up to, forest style.
My name is Lorax, and these trees speak to me. Except they're all speaking Vietnamese.
I don't get it, Elda. It wasn't me.
Dare you use my descriptive terminologies in the game, you degenerate. Plus
I don't know
10.
this Vietnam the Eldar speaks of.
Plus 10 to something bad for you.
Okay. Then, shall we go looking and find something to hunt, I guess? Add more to our supplies, everything else.
True. We could also look for some trees to eventually shop.
Have you got an axe? Oh yeah, eventually shop, yeah. Yeah, makes more sense.
Just gonna look at Buttermouth. So, Buttermouth, what do you expect we'll find there?
Hardmouth looks over at dense foliage, the sounds of the river echoing from the valley behind him. He kind of looks very at peace and at ease as the degenerate talks to him. His ears go down again. His shoulders kind of drop down. He turns to you, and many things.
I smile when he slouches down a little bit, but then I raise my eyebrow like many things. Oh, really, Sherlock?
He looks at you and shrugs.
What's this Sherlock you speak of?
What do you want to know? What you want?
Do you
There are
know what to
many
expect
things.
from there? Okay, great. I'm gonna look at Heinrich. Lead the way.
Would I know from having read the database which kind of beasts there are in this forest? Or did the database not contain location data?
No, it was more generalized. They're not really, whilst they might be territorial for aggressive reasons, it doesn't seem as if they're climate specific. It
Well,
definitely
the
would be
climate on this
less.
planet changes that much. Understandable. Or
Well,
it was designed to change.
yeah, it doesn't change. That's
It doesn't change, but it was designed to change via programming and so, or not programming, but
No. So the idea is, no matter. So this world is basically every biosphere is kept in its prime. I mean, obviously the plants die, and they have to have the cycle of the year that the plants get time to die off and come back and bloom and all of that nonsense. But it's in such a light amount that the plants have gotten used to this slight amount. The planet's all genetic. Like even the temperatures, everything's genetic. So when you come to hunt on this world, you are guaranteed to be able to go hunting in 1 week. You can go hunting in the ice. You can go hunting in the jungles, in the swamps, on the plains, all year round. That's it. It's artificial. All the biospheres are artificially maintained. Keeps them in that prime hunting environment kind of thing.
I'm gonna stop in my tracks and look at the rest of the party. Say, you said you saw that this was a hunting planet and those creatures were made and stuff like that. Did you
Yes.
perchance see anything about where those creatures were usually?
No, the database only contained data and the profile of the beast, not their locations or biomes.
So nothing about their preferred habitat. Okay.
well, we know where some of the sorry, no, we knew there we sorry. We know there was a creature storage facility, and I'm going off on a limb and saying that is where the Screaming Valley was.
Yes.
Huh.
Hence why we saw the big spider thing planned.
Also, I should point out some of the data was corrupted. Can't remember if I said that during it or after, whenever. Some of it was corrupted, so you will get more data
before.
Yeah, you will get more data from other terminals and other places. But level 1 place, man, can't give up all the secrets of level 1.
I mean, you can if you're Bethesda.
Yeah, fortunately I am not. No physics breaking in this game. Thank you. Unless I'm doing it. Well, maybe I am a bit like Bethesda. Never mind. So you look out and you can see the forest in front of you. Multimouth definitely looks happier than you've seen him for quite some time. As he steps, basically there's proper grass here. In certain areas, patchy, but it's not like the shrub plains where you guys have come from. So he, takes a few steps forwards and then starts sniffing the air and doing many dog-like, fox-like things. No. So his bestial gets him that, so he gets to do this. Backwards flying dragons, maybe inspiration hits. So as Buttermouth goes into the foliage, he thinks he's picked up a trail, but as he walks off a bit, he can't seem to pick it up. Oh, Kalindra.
Oh, fuck my fucking dice.
Muttermouth will use his one and only fortune point to low trail. Gets a +10. Oh, he got worse. The degenerate got rid of the trail apparently. He came barging through, saying like, "Out the way, fucking abhuman! I can do this better than you." Walking all over the stair.
Hey, admit your own faults. That's not me.
Hang on, live tracking? Don't think I did.
He's
I
probably
don't.
so happy he still is
So
brushing away the tracks.
if you don't have tracking, you can roll survival to try and find more tracks.
Oh yeah, why not?
Things.
Ooh, if only I didn't have this basic.
So
That actually would have passed.
as you spread out, holy shit.
And then I raised the one.
Well,
Do you actually have survival though?
oh no,
I don't, but I rolled it for basic, so half intelligence, as we did the previous session.
Oh no, that was only for finding the. Like, if you've bought it, survival.
Oh, yeah,
can.
no, I didn't buy it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Chip roll.
I will give you something for that one. You find a. Roll me a 1d4. I'll let Nuffle say.
So it will be Heinrich that gets shanked.
Okay. So as the rest of them are going off, and you're kind of looking around, you go into the woods a little bit. You know, you can still see the outside. You haven't gone in so far that you can no longer see the path behind you, the river behind you, rather. Then you walk in a bit and you start looking around, and a large tree, and you look down and you see that there's something on the floor, and you pick it up. It's carefully a bit, examine it. You have found what the 40k Imperium calls a ploin tree. I found some ploins.
A what? Why?
Is it larger than a rabbit?
A ploin is as far as I'm aware, a mixture between a plum and a pear. Ploin. At least that's
I need
how...
to make a subsection plants. One second.
That's where the 40k it's in all the Eisenhorn books. It's in all the. It might be the guy who writes the Eisenhorn books, actually. He adds it in there. Very rarely do you hear about 40k vegetation and shit. So
yeah, no. I want some ploins. Give me some ploins.
Actually, I think it's also in the Commissar Garant. Gaunt. Yes, Gaunt.
You mean Gaunt's Ghosts?
Gaunt's Ghosts, that's the one. I think it's in that as well, in the second book or the third book. So yes, you have found a ploin tree. As you look up, there are not that many ploins left in it. The fruit does appear to be ripe as you crack open the one that you found. It is juice and ripe, and juice flows out from the core. You look around and you can find 6 more. The tree is about twice your height up. The branches, as you look at the bark of the tree, you can see that it looks like a lot of branches have been snapped off at one point, and the tree has basically grown kind of sheer up. So if someone was stood on top of your shoulders, they'd be able to pick the fruit that's at the very top of the branches. All the lower ones seem to have been broken off at one point or another. I'll give it to
Yeah, like
you. Have you gone out of sync again, Geddy?
I think so. Last thing I heard was I picked up some fruit.
Yeah, you got 6 days. Sorry, you got 6 ploins, so that will be 2 days rations for one person. Yeah, so one person can eat ploins for 2 days.
Can we ferment them and make wobble?
Make wine. Or
No, it's called wobble.
A wobble. Wobble.
I posted lore about it on Discord.
Employed as a fruit. I'll actually roll Rogue Trader just to actually, legitimize that. Or Imperium or something like that. Or not.
Yes, you probably can.
There you go. I got it. There you go. Is often brewed into a non-alcoholic beverage, popular with many explorers as it combats many common illnesses. Ooh. Oh yeah, because it's like it's a citrus fruit, so it gets rid of scurvy. That makes sense.
Awesome.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
So yes, you can. And I didn't actually know that lore snippet that you posted. Glorious. So you can mark down. Well, technically, you can. Yeah, I'll put a tree icon so you know there is a ploin tree here.
Can we dig it up and bring it? Oh no, it's not gonna survive in the other climate, does it? It's called the wobble because that's both what the fruit does when it's dead. That's what it does when the fruit sits upright, and it's also what happens to the user after drinking too much of it. I like that. Alright. Where's the tree icon?
I will get you one now. Near. We have a fruit tree. I think we do. So we can go with the lightest one. How does that one look? Yeah, that kind of works. Front. I want to name this. I'm going to have to name you. Yes, I'm going to have to give you a name. The ploin tree.
Was not appreciated.
I always forget now. Is it just? It's just that. That's all I have to do is just tick one thing. And is that now visible when we put the the ploin tree? God damn it! It's not visible to everyone.
I mean, with this massive company of the Sky Beast covering it at the moment, not even the company of the Sky Beast at the moment.
Yeah, no, I need to find the one where it says to show to everyone. Meh, I can't remember where it is. Was they updated the sheet?
Oh, it's shift. Wait, show to everyone in the ploin tree,
no,
or
no. So the so everyone can see the names.
Oh yeah, they updated it so it's a bit different now.
Yeah.
It should be near the actual tag itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Because I can do show, I can do name, I can do nameplate, so it's shown. And where's the button to make it visible to everyone, game? Can anyone see it, or is only... Aha, there it is.
I can see
is that the
this
one?
raised tentacle.
Hey, Loin tree.
Looks more like a kraken.
How dare you, sir? That is a noble ploin tree. Although on yeah, good thing I did put a nameplate on it, because on the mountains
looks
there.
like looks like an octopus.
To me, kind of looks just like vomit.
Don't you think it
See,
looks like those
this is what I
snaps?
get. This is what I get.
Thank you.
Kind of looks like someone's entrails or vomit to me. That's the sure I would want to eat that.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
it's
There you
like
go. Now
one-
you can all have a look at the big
There we
picture
go.
of it. There you go. It's a tree.
Ugh, whatever that person was eating, it was.
So yeah, you've used up a decent chunk of your day. You'll want to roll again.
Sure, I'll roll search again.
So yeah, if everyone can roll survival, who has bought survival, Buttermouth's ability will work again. You can find.
Son of a bitch! I need to get this fucking thing trained, but I can't.
And Buttermouth fails to follow any tracks that he does find. Glorious. So you get to the forest. You're like, ooh, forest. You find some ploins, and then you mount up on the herd beast and you ride off back to camp. Oh, sadness, sadness.
For a hunting planet, our luck seems to want to make this planet pretty tame.
Ow, my fucking ankle.
Oh, glorious, glorious.
You know what?
glorious.
I'll fate point. Why not? Fuck it. Son of a bitch.
You ride on back. You ride on back. So you're back at your base now. You've got back just in, like, it got dark as you were coming up the river, following the river towards your base. Like the last 5-10 minutes were in darkness as you came back around. You enter into your base. And you turn on the lights. They all come on beautifully. Sit down around the medical table, the one that you have. The deactivated one. What do you want to do?
Oh, that was eventful.
I'm gonna be looking kind of hungry at a certain beast.
We have
I'm not gonna
18
do
days
anything.
worth of food.
I'm not
Do
gonna
not
do anything.
Eat
I'm just
the
looking
pack
at a
animal.
creature. It's
Niet.
not a. I'm still looking at it like I'm hungry.
You see Abby just lovingly pat its head.
Don't do that. You're gonna make me even more hungry. Out of character, that is.
Should I throw some of the ploins into the machine?
Do one, I
You
guess.
can if you want.
I mean, we could also throw a ration in there, like some of salted meat, just to see. You know.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that tree is probably going to drop more, and we can, gather more from it, can't we? Those are just ones I've got off the ground, right?
Yeah, they're just ones that fell that were ripe and ready to be eaten.
So yeah, we
There
can
were
go back and grab
more.
more.
There were more in the treetop, but not an unlimited supply. It wasn't heavy with fruit. It does look like other creatures have been coming and helping themselves.
I'll throw one in. Why not? See what comes up.
Okay, so you throw one in. Takes a moment. Machine comes up with it has sugar. It has sugar which can then be turned into like glucose, and glucose can be used in a number of stimulants, as well as mixing with the caffeine from the one bean that you put in, the one recaf bean that you put in there. Still isn't really coming up with anything like ticked off ready to print out.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Although it probably would say things like that sugar intake is full or glucose intake is full. I don't believe it would need that much sugar.
So, what would we need before we can venture west?
Axes. Couple more days worth of supplies. Some barding or bit and brittle for the pack beast to carry more stuff. The Eldar to heal up a little bit more.
We have 18 days worth of food.
Yeah, but that's 9 there and 9 back. And well, that's not too bad actually.
Well, once we get there, we can probably buy supplies, or we could hunt in that area.
The thing is, I'd prefer to have a couple of bits of redundancy, just in case, because we don't know exactly where the Ecclesiarchy's camp is.
Well, currently we do have walking redundancy, which is another, I think, at least 12 meat worth of food.
Good point.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna look at you and smile. Are you actually saying what I think you're saying?
Yeah, it's a walking redundancy. If we need the fucking food, we're gonna kill it for the food. Have you not heard of this concept before, Eldar?
I'm just going to smile and say,
Why do you think groks are so popular in the Empire?
"Who?"
Groks.
That was the plan all along. I do not intend to keep this as a pet, you know?
Groks are herpes, but better fights out there easily and more.
Yes, but you get like 3 weeks worth of food from a mature groks, LB.
Yes. Wait, are we now talking out of character or in character? Because now I'm confused.
I don't actually remember. I think we just changed.
To bring it back, yes, the degenerate is right. They are going to eat the herd beast when its time has come, or when the meat runs out. That way.
I'm just smiling because I wasn't expecting them to be this practical.
Silly Eldar thinks we're stupid. Hey, oh, hey. What in the fuck was that? Why did the Pillar Man's theme just fucking play in the background?
The Pillar Mans? What?
I don't know.
The fucking Pillar Man theme just came on in the background. What the fuck? What started that?
I'm
The
not
fuck?
hearing anything.
No, it's on my end. It's somewhere on my PC. Hang on. Oh, fucking Facebook autoplayed video.
So your plan is to walk west?
Well, we're to find the.
Can we try and look for a valley to cross the mountains?
That was the valley that crossed the mountains.
Yeah,
No, closer to base.
no, that's the only valley that cuts through. Well, no, technically there are two. There's one down here, which is further down, and then there's that one.
So with the herd race, we can go 48, right?
No, you
Would I
can
have
do,
been
you can do
able
six squares with the herd beast.
It's,
I do expect us to run into some stuff along the way out of character, so probably some meat there as well. Maybe more herd beasts. Well, herd beasts if we're lucky. Because then I can just recast Beastmaster and, we have more walking supplies.
So that is about, with the herd beast assisting us, 1, 2, 3, 3.5 days to get to this region here. We don't even know where specifically the base is. It could actually be larger or longer than that. And we're about to lose another day's worth of food anyway because we came back from a non-profitable hunt.
That's fine. We'll still have 17 days worth of food.
Oh, yeah. Eldar, I have money, shiny rocks for you.
I'm just going to raise an eyebrow, look at you. I'm sorry?
I asked you to hold out your hands and I dropped 40 crowns. 40 crowns. 40 gelt into your hand. That's our cut from the previous hunt that you got wounded in.
We sold one of the herd beasts.
I see. I'm just going to pocket it.
Hence why there's only one. I say, with the, that Will Smith fucking presenting his wife thing? I do that to like the only herd beast we have. Hence why there's only one.
Kind of makes me sad hearing about Will Smith and his wife.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
saying that.
Yeah, good point.
Not a good comparison anymore.
It's not a good comparison. Yeah, not anymore.
I'm just going to pocket the money.
Oh, by the way, if you want to, you can add your money to the party supplies.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put your name and you get there.
Sure. Technically, this is my money, but sure.
It's just to keep track of party funds,
When you open the sheet, you'll see. Just everyone has their name and their gelt next to their.
Well, not all of us.
Almost. So, I'm hearing going west. I'm hearing we have enough food. You did nearly lose a character to some Sakoons.
Yes.
By all
And?
means, if you want to go west, you can.
Honestly,
you do have enough food. Technically, I'll mention this now. You could follow the river, so you'd have enough water. Because you only have a single canteen each, I believe now. You should be able to travel from water supply to water supply, kind of.
Honestly, I'd feel a lot more comfortable if we could get our hands on more armor first. especially if that armor is not primitive.
Well, to the west where we would go would be the Ecclesiarchy. And I think that is currently the closest and most useful place we can go.
I mean, thing is, it's still going to be how many days? 3 days out in the open with no real protection. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think we can't do it. It's just that I'm pretty sure I've been getting quite lucky with not being attacked at night. And something tells me if this area was level 1 to level 4, let's put it like that, this area might be level 10 to 15. Because again, out of character, there was a fuck ton of creatures on the on that docket.
There's
And
more
you
places
have,
for creatures to hide on a forest as well, rather than.
yeah, like
Well, we won't have to move through the forest. I think most of what's west is just open plains, pretty much.
again, out of character, I think we might.
Jim, I think you either cut out then, or something happened to your mic, because I had thinking and might, and no more.
Oh, is that true? I have. Let's say this. I'm thinking that maybe we might need to get a few more things before we leave, but we can always leave. Like, I don't believe we can't make it. We might probably be able to make it. It's just that I'm a bit more scared now.
I wouldn't know what else we do in this area.
Fair enough.
I mean, the closest thing to us where we could go would be the Screaming Valley, but that's where we kind of expect the creature holding facility to be, and we probably don't want to go there yet.
We did, repair, or not we, but Cray did repair the forge to be of much better quality back in Incest Town. If we go out mining or getting material, we could make better equipment, even at just a couple more supplies. Making those things to improve the village might give us a couple more workers for wood. Making those woods, we might be able to make carts or other materials like that. How does that sound? It might be a little bit of a long haul, but that also makes use of the mutants, giving them something to do rather than sitting there and getting drunk and fucking.
On
The
note,
only thing we can trust the mutants is to get.
They might know where more wobbles are too. Sorry, not wobbles.
Points.
Loins are too, because they, alcoholic beverage. They have their own alcoholic beverage, although theirs tastes like shit. So maybe.
on note of that, the blacksmith now does normal equipment. So if you want anything made from him, it will all be normal quality now, rather than poor being their maximum.
Yeah.
So it'll still be primitive.
Yes.
Well, an axe is always primitive until you get a monode.
Yes.
We still just need axes to cut down trees and such, because that was another one of the plans we had, was to go west through the valley to get into the forest to cut down some trees to make, carts and walls and stuff like that. What do you think? We could always just, beeline it there and try to trade for it, but... Sorry, what were you going to say?
Muttermouth will chime in that there's far more resources in the forest. And he does know of healing herbs that can be found in the forest. It's just they're not
that's another one.
found anywhere else.
Can the Medicaid table make the equivalent of like a stim pack?
Kind of, yes. It will be able to create a so it's a GM created healing drug, which is 1d5 hit points back, and then it can also make all the normal stims from the game as well.
So we go to the forest, get wood, get herbs, maybe some spices, 12 original ones, some chicken. We come back, make drugs, and KFC.
Sell it to the inbreds. Brilliant.
Yeah. Inbreds love KFC.
They'll pay everything, including their left leg or their sister. No, that's how you get your work.
Which one of their left legs? They probably have 3 at times.
I know you lot are British, but may I remind you that the Opium Wars weren't all that great.
Depends on which side you're on.
For you, baby.
It depends on your point of view. For a Dracari like myself, death, destruction, and pain would be very cool.
Listen, if I can find a way to make this village useful and, you know, put the workforce into like a workforce for me, that saves me the problem of killing them because I can just work them to death instead.
So here's the thing. I'll just reveal a secret. If you make Izmir population, if you improve their lot enough, then they are going to follow you. They may be inbreds, but they are still manpower. So technically, yes, you could coerce through sweet treats and honey words.
Don't forget they're also in the book of the thingy-magics of the Laskin party.
Yeah.
No, they're not in their pockets. It's just a folklore. It's just a. You know, what would you do if the fairy tooth was real?
Who did they pay tribute to?
Yeah,
they paid tribute to them because they'd fucking die if they didn't.
Yeah, no.
I know.
It's a real life.
Who?
No, it's a real life folklore. They don't know why. They just know we pay them. They leave us alone. It's not so much as they know exactly why these guys are on world. They turn up and everything around here dies. They have weapons that you've never seen before. You know, lights in the sky and shit. I mean, you're a primitive, so of course you're going to be like, look, here, take things, just don't hurt me. Can I have? No? Okay, master. I not do anything bad. No.
Speaking of those guys, we do know that they are looking for the ecclesiarchy. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to get there fast.
Yeah.
Oh, why not tell them about the ecclesiarchy?
No. Because we're not telling the fucking mutants who hit rogue traders where the ecclesiarchy is.
Did they seem like they could be reasoned with?
No, but there's ways of telling people about
maybe
stuff without actually showing up.
Maybe we should get more fucking Sakoons. Do you want to volunteer to collect them as well?
I mean, sure, if I can get to kill them one by one.
No, I'm going to give you a net and a spoon. Go get more Sakoons, please.
You realize this stuff in your weapons, right?
You could tell the degenerate that they like the speed family groups.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm going to leave that bit out.
I'm just saying, there are ways of telling people stuff without actually showing ourselves.
You're telling 2 rather religious people and Cray to betray one of the possible people that could help them on the planet that are less likely to be mutants as well, I'd have you know.
out of character, you do realize I'm a Drukhari, right? Of course.
I
I'm gonna
know.
tell
No,
you
I
that.
know.
But we also think you're smart enough to realize when you shouldn't.
Yeah, like,
Here's the thing.
You're currently sat
Smart has
down.
nothing to do
You're
with it.
currently sat down next to. Oh, how should I put this? How should I? I'm gonna go. You're sat down next to three Catholic priests, and you're like, so what's your opinion on paedophilia? And they all just turn and stare at you, like.
I don't think that's a good comparison.
It's not quite, but sure.
They've all just, you're like, oh, so the God Emperor, he likes to diddle a kid or two, doesn't he? They've all just turned to you, just like.
Is the thing.
I think it's more.
That's a bad comparison, especially because, again, I'm a Drukhari. I'm meant to be fucked up like that, and I'm not meant to care if you guys are Catholics or you don't like what I'm saying.
No. That's see, you would care because these people are you're dependent on these people for your survival.
You're currently in a weakened state. We brought you back with a Medicaid bench.
So
we also outnumber you.
The idea you don't care, fair enough. You might not care, but survival instinct, and you're not stupid.
One of them is a witch.
Guys, it's still something I would say anyway.
Oh yeah, no.
Just keep.
I know, and even if you said that,
I'd
I'd still give you that explanation and stuff. But still, I know you're joking, like, but still, you're still saying it to someone who's extremely religious.
And again, I would just shrug off like, okay, when you guys say no to stuff like that, because that's how I'm supposed to be. I'm a Drukhari, remember that.
No, but you're still intelligent. Like, you'd still know, like, get the feeling for the group and know, right, this group doesn't seem to. If I want to do dodgy shit, I'm gonna have to do it away from the group and not let them see or know. So you'd know,
Oh, I am fully aware of that.
Things.
That has nothing to do with what I'm doing, though. What I'm doing is literally just messing with them. Again, if I'm to use your thing, it's not 3 Catholic priests and some just degenerate. I'm kind of the devil for them.
No, you're just a. No, that's also not how the Imperium sees Xenos. Imperium sees Xenos like urchins to be not urchins, but scum to be scrubbed from what they rightfully own. They see chaos as the devil.
Don't get me wrong. An Imperial citizen, would be slightly different.
Devil.
But where all of these are characters who are of status, like they've got intent, they've got learning and things like that behind them. They know that Drukhari aren't the devil; they're just degenerates, dangerous degenerates. But so they wouldn't see you as the boogeyman unless they'd actually fought you in combat and seen your tactics. Then you probably wouldn't be sat here talking. It would probably have been right. Oh, wounded Drukhari, stab. Right, let's move on.
Most likely, yes.
Because if you go onto
I'll
a ship,
tell you what. Get me my golf club.
if you go onto a station that's been attacked by Drukhari, it's a doom gore fest. So yeah.
Also, make note. I'm calling you Eldar, not Dark Eldar.
Oh, I am fully aware.
So, we gather around the table again. Plans for in a bit, next episode, things like that. Do you want to just head west, or do you want to go into the forest and do your supply run by yourselves? It might be an idea to go and buy tents and sleeping gear, so you can actually get to the forest and then spend a whole day there. Or if you want to, try and bend the ear of the people of Izmir, then, come up with ways to improve their lot and persuade some of them to join your noble cause.
I kind of want to make a workforce.
If we're going to be, you
can get some food at Izmir.
What were we going to say, Abby?
if we're going to work with them, I will instruct them in the Imperial Creed.
That's good.
We're talking about the people of Mattermouth, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
We're
fine.
talking about the small town in the
Oh no, don't get
degenerates, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
Izmir.
you said it right twice now.
Izmir. It's Izmir. I know that it's a town of degenerates, but it is called Izmir, and it is even on the map.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, on the map it's called Emzeri, but you know.
Oh, enough of that.
Leave
It's Izmir. Izmir.
Emsray.
Genetic Pond City.
Princess Village.
It's as it's as wide as an ocean and as deep as a puddle. Oh boy.
So, which of
I
the
mean,
3 plans are you going for?
I mean, either way, getting to MZ or whatever would be a good idea because I do need to feed.
Guess we could go to Esmir and ask for stuff for our cart.
Hold on, I have to. It is written Emsary, right, and not Esmir.
Meant to
Yes,
be
but-
Emsmir.
Alright.
What is it now? I'm confused.
Insist down. It's easy.
Right.
It's the small mining town full of degenerates.
Yes, I know that. I'll just call it Incest
Degen
Village.
Village, okay? There we go. Degenerate.
It's just that's the actual.
It's the
first
one
time I
town
actually
we
read
know
it.
of. Just leave it alone. It's the only town we can make reference to.
I know. It's just that that's the first time I actually read the name of the place. The other times there was no tag under.
Actually, I think the tag's been there for ages. Actually,
It has actually.
Has it?
It's been there.
Yeah.
It's been there forever.
Then I don't think I have a.
You never paid attention, Jim. You cut my soul
I
out.
don't pay attention. It's just that it's that kind of thing that just brushes off. People keep saying the name. I'm like, okay, I look at it. That's the name, and then I stop to actually read it.
all right,
Sorry.
we're going there. We're going to get
Everywhere.
material. We're
Everywhere's
going to
not.
get fucking. We're going to make their life a little bit better, so that way we can get a workforce, and then put the workforce to work, and yada yada yada. And yes, teach them the Imperial Creed, so they're not fucking heathens as well as degenerates.
I'm just gonna shrug a bit, but like,
Okay, so you're going to improve the town of Esmir, or Esmery, or however you want to pronounce it. Esmir is how I will forever call it. Town of degenerates, swine. So basically now they do have a decent forge and a decent smelter. You've got the brothers there. They are on your side, basically. You know that their healthcare is non-existent. Their food is pretty much anything they can cook over an open flame. Their alcohol is atrocious. It's basically a fermented.
Potato.
No, it's the word you use for when you're making alcohols.
Moonshine.
Yeah, no. Moonshine's what you get at the end of it. Mulch. So it's a fermented
Oh
malt.
God.
So they're fermenting. It's basically like prison wine. If you make wine
AKA
from
toilet
orange
wine.
juice. Yeah, they're getting the alcohol in the liquid, and then they're just sieving out the bits and drinking. liquid.
So teaching them how
Wait,
to ferment.
they are just drinking match instead of moonshine?
Yeah, no,
Pretty
it's-
much.
but
Jesus fucking Christ.
when you make any spirits, you have a mulch. And the mulch is your plant goods, your plant material, your sugars, your yeasts, and your liquids. And then you distill that off by heating it up, boiling it, and getting the...
So, would they use ploin, or would they use something else, or just like fucking random ass?
The stuff you saw what they were drinking did not look or smell sweet.
Right. So teaching them how to ferment ploin into their
They
mulch
probably
might be
know.
good.
They probably know they probably know how to do fermentation.
Oh, they don't know how to do fermentation because they've got alcohol.
It's just what they can grow here. That land is very arid. There are not many nutrients in this part of where they're living. You've seen their agriculture. It's not great. It's a few root plants. There's a few bushes that they seem to eat some of the roots off as well. You're talking like what's that? You're talking like radishes, things like that, root vegetables. Only really shit one, like turnips. So what you were probably drinking or tried was turnip mulch. You know.
Oh. Delicious.
So they were drinking an absolute shitload of it to get drunk. They probably have horrific bowel movements because of it. Because again, they're not disinfecting it by boiling it off. So you can bring an awful lot to the table. I don't think you saw any like even cooking equipment except from a sharp stick. Muttermouth was pretty forward thinking by the fact that he has a small it's not colander. That would be a very bad soup making vessel. No, cauldron. He has like a really small traveling cauldron.
Basically a pot.
Yeah. It would have been like a cast iron pot. His is a little bit different, but I've only just thought about making his a little bit different. Yeah, it would be like a cast iron pot. So if you just come in with like the frying pan, you know, this is like a grill. This is a barbecue. This is, you know, fucking mind blowing to these people. Their storage facility is atrocious. They don't really do storage. No medical care. No food. Tools, dishes, things like that. So sadly, the one time that we don't have someone who can cook actual food, yes, you could have got bonuses from cooking them good food. Music, they don't really, as you've noticed, they don't really have good music, in case there were any musicians among you. Again, if you wanted to go into construction wise, like they don't have proper toilets or anything like that, like a long
Abby
drop,
can sing.
you know. Oh, actually, no, they do have a long drop.
Hey, I mean, I was going to
Not
say,
very
if
good,
they're-
but you know.
Yeah. So yeah, Abby could learn to sing and then teach them how to sing. Cray, their fucking bowel movements could help or not speed up, but at least mass produce your gunpowder production.
Yeah, we don't want gunpowder anymore.
God damn it! Never mind.
I want mercury fulminate or other nitrogen products, which I likely could be making with the. Which I likely could make the ingredients of with our medical device here.
We are not
We're
making
not-
explosives with our medical device.
Stop
not
trying to make. Stop
we're-
it.
We're making the ingredients with the medical device.
So Cray,
Stop
you
trying to go around it.
literally go up to the machine and go, okay, well, it has glucose. Release glucose. It won't. It doesn't just release the chemicals once it has them.
Can I just get like a bowl of glucose, please? No.
It only produces the item at the end, not the raw ingredients. You could try fucking with it. I'm not. You're one of the only people who I could be like, yes, you could attempt it. Could you fuck it up big time styling? But there is another one. There is one that's offline. So you could
Can I
repair
inspect
that,
that
or
one?
you could, play around with it at one point.
Oh, there is a double of this, but just broken down.
Yeah. There's 2 medical beds, but the other one didn't power up, so you'd need to spend time and energy to fix it. Right, so I'll point out now. So if you can improve Izmir so that they work for you, they can get you food, so you guys can focus on other things. Because you're meant to be able
more
to.
Planning on sending them into the mountains mining.
Well, yeah, you can do that. But you can essentially go, right, okay, food, water, shelter is all acquired. We can spend weeks working on project A, B, or C. So you can have that long time working on projects. It's just you need to cover the basics first. That's like food. Constant supply of food brought into your waiting tummies. Sure. So you can work on Izmir. That's perfectly within your capability, and you shouldn't go into combat so the degenerate might not die. The degenerate Kalindra, is there any skill that you could teach these people, or is there any activity that you could partake in?
I mean, I think I have performance dance, but I'm not teaching them. So I
these are a
maybe
primitive.
tracking.
These are a primitive people, you degenerate. Yeah.
Why don't you teach them to hunt?
No.
Properly.
I will help you, Jim. I will help you. These are savage individuals. Why don't you put them in a gladiatorial pit for freaking out?
I could do that.
You could
It's just
literally teach them how to beat the shit out of each other and just sit there absorbing the pain and misery.
It's just that. Yeah, I guess I could teach them the basics of combat, but it's not.
That's like where you're from. You're from a witch cult, which is a gladiatorial dance.
Yeah, yes, but again, you're asking a Drukhari to teach fighting ways to Monkai. Again, the problem is, as a Drukhari, I'm not supposed to be teaching them anything. I'm supposed to be torturing them.
You're not snooty enough. You're not snooty enough. You need to remember you are better than these monkey ancestral mud grubbers. You are, but they are just your slaves, your servants, your soon-to-be victims.
Again, I'm not meant to teach them anything. That's the thing, though. Again, you're literally asking me to teach, how to fight. The thing is, how I fight is how Drukhari fight.
No. I'm telling you to set up a gladiatorial ring so you can then get your feed from them, and you're a gladiatorial fighter. You could do whatever you want with these people. They're degenerate savages.
Could just let them fight each other.
Yeah, I mean, I could set a fighting, but I can't teach them anything.
Yeah, but that's another discussion, I feel like.
Yeah, I guess I could set a fighting pit.
Oh, do they have enough people for a proper fighting pit?
Probably not. I mean, I could get the sick to fight amongst themselves and tell them that it's going to help them get healthy, but...
Well, no, dude. It's so before next week, go and watch Fight Club, and then come back to me and be like, "Okay, no. I see what you mean now. You want I
No. I get what you mean. It's again, I have a
because I'm not suggesting you teach them how to do all of your degenerate nonsense, because humans can't, because you move in different, silkier, smoother, more fish-like ways. But it's
Basically,
ideas for
yeah.
you. It's ideas for you to do something, because otherwise, dude, you're going to be sat on your ass for a couple of sessions, going, "Well, I'm just here, sat next to the medical tent, as people slowly get better medicine."
I am fully aware of that. I'm trying to think of what to do. Is that again?
So-
It's not something that I'm supposed to teach them. I get what you're saying. Again,
You're not
I know.
teaching them, you're getting them to practice. You're getting them to run drills and stuff like that.
Again, I get that. That's something that I technically can do. Is like, how do you? I can make a fighting pit and basically give them or show them the joy that is to fight one another and beat the living shit out of them. That I can do. But again, I cannot teach them anything.
That's okay.
You can make a fighting ring and beat up fucking idiots. How about that?
I can do that too.
You just have to get them to strive to be better, and eventually they'll be able to beat the shit out of you. Well, they hope.
Sure.
Use their desire to beat the shit out of Xenos to their advantage. They get better the more they want to try and kill you. It's like orc fucking mentality.
That's a good thing. Abby approves.
How do we get our troops to get better? Let's hire Xeno to beat the shit out of them. Eventually, they get so pissed off they'll get better just to kill the Xenos itself.
That's kind of what they do with the oh god, my brain's going. Who are the Space Marines who fight for Ordo Xenos? The
Death Watch? Oh yeah, no,
the Death Watch. Yeah.
Part of their indoctrination is that it shows them every single death every one of their former battle brothers and such died to Xenos with, so they just become really, really hated, or they've just ungodly amounts of hatred to the Xenos.
It's less wasteful, you know, rather than actually having to get. You just see memories of them dying, you know. So okay, so basically before the end of the 24th comes about. No, sorry, it'll have to be on the 20th. So as the 25th comes about, you have
Another day.
Yep, take up another
Wait,
day.
no. So wait,
You
no, that
have-
would be our that'd be your 17 days left, wouldn't it?
I believe
Yes.
that's what this party supply said.
Yep.
So you head off down to Izmir. Or Esmir. But I do keep calling it Iz for some
Do not start, please.
Esmir. So you head off down to Esmir. By the time you just clicked onto the same screen, that's weird. So as you get down there, it's about 9:30, 10 o'clock. The hunters seem to be just about getting ready to head off out. The numbers have.
How many are left?
We lost 3. So hang on, I think there were 12 of them. They went down to 9. No, sorry. There were 12 of them. They went down to 10 of them. They lost another 3 of them, so they went down to 7. Yeah, I think 7 of them are going out now.
There's only 7 hunters left.
Well, of this group, you notice there are like
Okay.
a lot. There are teenagers and that of the like who are just coming up to be, you know, and there are obviously people who are working in the fields, and they do fishing here as well because they.
I was going to say, there's only 7 miners left. There goes our fucking plan.
Fish glue is a thing in this town. Fish bone glue. So they do fishing in the river and lake that's next to town. So there are more people than this, but rough is about 50 adults working population. Oh, Roll20's having a moment. So yeah, as you come into
If I fall out any second, don't be surprised.
Yeah, no, it is. I think it's just Roll20.
No, I lost internet on my phone, so.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
I will keep that in mind. So as you enter, you kind of go back down to your little tents, drop off a few things. So for Cray, what did you want to do in town? What did you
I
want
would want to go to the blacksmithers and order some stuff to make a cart. Also an axe.
Okay. Basically, they can do the metalworking for a cart, but they have no wood.
It would be for just the metalwork. I would ask of them.
Yeah, they have no wood, so they can't actually make it and measure it. So they can't measure parts up. So it's all blind. Because obviously, when they're blacksmiths, they don't have plans. They would normally have a cart that's been put together. It's like, okay, so you need you need a suspension from here to here, you need the bolts to go onto here and here. Okay, right. So they have a visual representation to go with what they're building. So they tell you they can do it, but they would need, a wooden frame to be here to work on, off of. In other words, you need to bring the wood here.
Yeah.
So,
wait. So
on
first
on the side of what we were talking about earlier, Albie, how are you going to improve these people's living conditions? The blacksmith will help you if you ask him, for materials or for things. They will assist you.
I guess do these not have pickaxes? They have they have plows.
No, dude. What we were talking about earlier, improving something for the people of Izmir, not just going right. I'm going to get a load of pickaxes.
No, I ask, do they have these?
Yeah, they have pickaxes. They have things like that now.
So they have plows.
They have plows.
I don't think they have fields where they grow anything.
No, they do have fields out the side, but like I said, they're barren. They grow like a few root vegetables just about. There's not good nutrients in the soil here. So yeah, they do have. I mean, a plow isn't really gonna sway the people over to. They do have. I mean, a crappy, really heavy plow. But
also, how far is the village from a river?
It's right next to a river.
How hard would it be to set up an irrigation system?
You're talking weeks. You're talking weeks of work. But not something you could do in a couple of days. Like to do an irrigation system.
Talking about this. We're also talking about recruiting these people for.
Yeah. No. So, dude, currently you're trying to get everyone in Izmir on side. Like, just build them a still. Just build them a still, dude. Just build them a pressure vessel that can take steam and turn it into alcohol.
Oh, I was thinking more long term.
Yeah, no. Like, yeah, I get that.
Well, we still have to convince them that they should listen to us.
Because you need a workforce to do an irrigation system. You could. I'm not.
I mean, wouldn't the blacksmith be able to count them?
Would the blacksmith be able to
convince them?
Oh no, they're not locals. Like currently, your group have done.
Yeah, but there's still blacksmiths. I thought they had some influence. But if you said they don't, it's fine as well.
No, they just don't have. They don't have, enough sway to get all these degenerate drunks on your side. You need to do things for them.
Well, so the original plan was get the blacksmiths to make equipment, to make an irrigation channel, and use the blacksmiths to convince enough people to work.
Yeah, that's not
and my
gonna
instructions.
fly, because that's basically getting the blacksmith, so for the people to follow the blacksmith, not your group. Even if you tried to get the blacksmith to convince enough people to come and work on this thing that they have no idea what it's for, you would need the whole community to work on a big project like that.
Get
So just build a.
I'll build a still.
build a still, get some axes. We'll get wood. We'll get material
Cooking
like
pots, like
Cooking pots.
grills. Get them a
Frying
fucking grill. It's not that hard.
We need a big pot. We need a frying pan. We need axes. Shit for a cart. You have to go up and get the wood for the cart and the materials for the healing drugs. If we can provide them healing drugs for their sick bay,
I guess I could run back and forth with
we'll,
plans.
we'll do this. We'll do this first. First things first. The still, because I can actually use some of the plongs or pling pling plong. I can use some of the pling plongs on it.
Points to make what?
Plongs to make at least a small amount of some form of fermented alcohol that's sweet compared to their bitter shit. Go, tech boy.
So basically, it's going to take you.
Be right.
It's probably going to take you about a day and a
I would
half.
go for a sort of riveted design.
It's probably going to take you about a day and a half to actually get everything beaten out, because the blacksmith's going to have to beat out flat metal panels for you to use. You know, you're going to have to roll some metal and do some bits. So give me a tech use. No, give me your Adeptus Mechanicus law with a plus 30. I mean, it's not difficult to build. Basically a kettle.
Common War machine code plus 30.
Yep. Oh, no. Actual 100 could appear. No, nowhere there. So, okay, you describe to the blacksmith and his miner brother what you want doing, and then you set about doing it. You're a forge smith as well. You would be able to take part at the forge, assisting. I'll give it to you that you're able to make glass for them. I'll give it to you that you know the sands on the shore would work. So you chuck some glass into the forge, and you're able to give me a we'll go with tech use for this one. Give me a tech use test. Someone with knowledge of how to make glass. It's not that difficult. So give me a tech use with a plus 20. Okay, so over the next so this will be so Geddy, if you're there, you want to remove 2 days worth of food as we go from the 25th to the 27th. So you're going to take 2 days. So whoever isn't in the moment at the moment, think of a 2-day long project you could work on. So you spend the next 2 days, 1.5 days working on this still. You got enough degrees of success, but I'll give it to you on degrees of success. You didn't actually say it in character, but maybe you didn't know. You tell the smith that you need all of his copper, because you do it do it out of copper.
I mean, obviously, these people don't have inox.
He does look very sheepish when you bring this up. You tell him it's for alcohol, it's for good things, and he kind of gives in, and he brings forth a much larger ingot of copper. The still's not going to be massive, but it should be enough. So you're able to build the still. You also have a glass swirly tube. Can't remember what the swirly tube is. Condenser. You have a glass condenser as well. And you have it on its little legs, and you're like, okay, cool. So you're able to get the still and everything done in a day and a half. You then, not sure if you should be the. But no, let's not. So Heinrich, are you there, Heinrich? Are you with us?
Yep.
Did you remove 2 days' food from your supplies?
We got the group one, so hang on. Did anyone else do it? No.
I asked you, and then I noticed you weren't there, so I was like,
You're making me sad.
I could do it real quick.
I think it's 18
No,
to
alright,
18 to
already
16, I think.
Too late.
So, Heinrich, you and Abby are probably the only ones who would know. Maybe Kalindra, but you and Abby would know about cooking equipment. You might have seen it at least.
I don't know how to cook, but I've bought plenty for my cook back home.
Well, you might have gone in the kitchen, to talk to the chef, and you've seen them, cooking food on round pans with lips and a handle. A lip to the roundness. So you can explain these things to. Cray hasn't seen a kitchen with kitchen utensils. No.
Abby probably hasn't seen a kitchen either.
So,
I mean, she grew up on a spaceship, got onto a black ship, got brought to Terra, and since then she was basically in, psycho school.
I thought you were going to make a no-eye joke there for a second. That's what got me.
So, Heinrich, give me an intelligence roll with a plus 40 as you're describing to them
Oh, fuck me.
what you can remember. Okay, so basically knives, forks, things like that are made. Spoons are made, or at least they told them to make them. Also frying pans, pots, pans of that caliber you're able to reel off quite easily. You also remember you had you complimented the chef on the dish, and you remember going into the kitchen personally because your family chef had really outdone himself this time, and it was something about the burn lines across the meat that really did it for you. And you remember him telling you that it was this device from a world somewhere. You don't remember, but it was like a piece of metal, a piece of square metal that my brain has just died again. It's oh fuck, I can't remember what it's called now. What's the thing you put meat
You
in?
mean a grill?
Yeah, it's not a grill. It's what you put on a camping fire, on a camping thing. But like it's a wire mesh. There we go. It's a wire mesh with a handle, 2 sides, so your chef said you can clamp it down. It gives these lovely sear marks across both sides, and you can hold it directly in the heat, so you can cook the meat very quickly, but keeping the flavour and the moisture is what he said. And I'll find an image of this later on.
This is what I'm thinking of. I'll put it in.
You do it a lot with fish on camping fires. It's like a cage that goes around them. But I know, no. This is it's the only way I can describe it at the moment. It's like a cage that goes around your meat or your fish, and you can stick it on a campfire or directly onto a very hot direct heat.
Cooking cage.
You describe this to them, and they're like, okay, no, I think I understand this. I think I do. With your 2 degrees. 2 degrees, yes.
Oh, it's a rotisserie cage. Is it? Grill basket? That's all I'm getting at the moment.
I think that might be it. I can't open up.
It might just be called a grill cage. Fuck. It has been ages since I've seen these things. Oh well. So yeah, at least I know how to tell him how to make it. Work, monkey, work.
I have got it as a fireplace cooking grill.
Yeah, oh well. Whatever floats the boat. Oh well.
Oh, sorry. I just spoke then without pushing the button down. What a numpty. So, we're going to go back in time a day and a half. Yeah, we're going to go back in time a day and a half to see what the rest of you do. But how are we doing on time? Is everyone good?
It's actually it's a good enough spot for me to call it, unfortunately.
Yeah, same for me.
Nope, that's perfectly fine. So, as we go back in time a day and a half to where Cray is taking the blacksmiths off to discuss the still, our other players get to think about what they're going to do next time. Now, I will point out it is a good idea to give the savages a decent sugar content to their mulch to make alcohol from. But have a think about what else you could do as well. So
we could use red beets for that. That's what they use to make synthetic. I mean, refined sugar, not synthetic.
Yeah, but then you need the beets and the fertile ground to grow them in. As I said, it's quite arid here. Quite arid.
We could just gather a bunch of plim bombs and bring here.
Sturdy and are often grown on arid.
Oh, okay. Ooh. I'm actually aware of that. Still gotta get the beets.
Well, at least to my understanding.
What's the English word for, putting shit on your fields?
Fertilizing.
Yes, we could teach them about that.
Yeah, their current alcohol is gonna be great for that too. It's just a bunch of shit.
Oh dear, diphtheria is coming to this town rather soon. So I hope you're going to join us for that episode where they start flinging their own shit into the fields and then eating the produce from that field.
Well, they shouldn't use their own shit because of pathogens, but, if they use the leftover mash from making moonshine, for example.
So we'll be having an agriculture episode and some improvements, and soon our group will have a new workforce to command and control and sacrifice. Yes, all sorts of good things. So hopefully you will join us for those episodes. So thank you all so much for watching, listening, subscribing, and liking and commenting. Take care all, and as always, bye for now.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.